One of the biggest games, of course, this year for Microsoft and, of course, for Epic is Gears of War 3. You feeling the pressure yet?
I feed on pressure. I love it. Honestly, it's one of those things that, I love the casual and mobile market and what's going on there right now. We did Infinity Blade, which has proven to be a big success, but I'm a big fan of essentially betting the entire studio every time we make a game, and it's no exception with Gears of War 3. We're putting our heart and soul into this game and making it the best game we can possibly build.
So what is the most thing you're proud of when it comes to Gears of War 3?
I'm proud of the fact that the online will work day one. Gears 2, we screwed up a little bit, and the online was broken upon ship. The matchmaking was just a mess. The netcode wasn't that good. We patched it to the point where it was pretty good over the period of time, but by having dedicated servers in Gears of War 3, as well as a beta, we can guarantee that the online experience will be buttery smooth and that players will hopefully be playing it for months on end.
What kind of feedback did you get from the beta that's been running?
We got feedback that spawn killing was a big issue, so we modified the algorithms for the code for that a little bit, in addition to modifying the maps to make it so you can actually have other exits from the spawn areas. We also had a lot of users telling us that the hip fire from the Retro Lancer was too accurate, so now when you hip fire that thing, it kicks like a mule and it goes straight to the ceiling, so you got to make sure you aim with that thing. Those are a couple of the examples of the things we tweaked.
You've been working now on all the Gears of War games, and now we've been told that it's over. This is the finishing line for Marcus. How does that feel for you personally? You've been that involved with the project.
Well, I mean, when we said this would be the end of the trilogy, we meant the end of this little bucket of games. It's kind of like Lord of the Rings, whereas that's 3 series. But I mean, who knows? I mean, I would love to consider making another one in the future if this game does well, right? But I mean, for me personally, it's really satisfying to have 3 games shipped in one generation, which is pretty rare these days. And the fact that the story wraps up so nicely, I think when I saw the final cutscene, I got a little bit misty-eyed, to be honest.
How do you feel about the 4-player co-op? How does that turn out?
I think 4-player co-op turned out great. It took a lot of tuning, to be honest, because when you have 2 players, you can kind of have a fairly well-balanced enemies and fairly balanced combat encounters. Once you add 3 and 4, you have to be really careful about ammo balancing. You have to be careful about enemy damage. It was a few months ago when I would play 4-player co-op on hardcore, and when you align those 4 Lancers or Hammerbursts on one enemy, the enemies were lasting about 1/16 of a second. And you want a Locust to be able to take a little bit of bullets, right? And so what we wound up doing is tweaking the damage values to make sure it's fun, and we want people to play 4-player co-op. Play the campaign, see how the story ends, and then grab a friend and bring them along for the ride. Heck, grab 3 friends.
What do you think is the future then for Gears of War? Will there be any, you're talking about mobile platforms, and I know that Mark Rain is as well very much into the mobile part of the market. Do you see Gears, Marcus, or any of the characters returning on mobile?
Mobile's one of those things that I'm really fascinated by. What I want to see happen in the future, and this is apart from the Gears franchise, because who knows how it could tie in, I want to see console manufacturers really working with mobile so that you could have an app for your Droid or an app for your iPhone that then can talk to the Xbox 360 or talk to the PlayStation 3. Because he who figures out how to make the game be with you at all times is going to be the one who wins. And that's going to be the marching orders moving forward in the next generation.
What do you think about the next generation things that we've seen so far? We've seen, of course, the PlayStation Vita, and now we've seen the Wii U. How do you feel about those new technologies?
I hope our engine winds up kicking butt on them and that people license the heck out of it. But outside of that, honestly, I've been locked in a booth for the last several days doing interviews, and I haven't had a chance to do much homework on it. I'm hoping to get over there and have a look at both of them. I can tell you that I'm extremely happy that the Vita has dual analog sticks. I think that's huge for opening up a new genre of shooter-type games into the mobile space, because I do not believe that dual analog sticks work with a touchscreen. I think it absolutely sucks.
Epic has been working exclusively with Microsoft for a while now, at least when it comes to Gears of War. Would you like to open up more to other companies, to Sony and to Nintendo?
I mean, we're currently in the situation where we have such a great deal with Microsoft that it really doesn't make sense, and you probably won't be seeing Gears on PlayStation 3 anytime soon. But that said, I mean, it's a matter of bandwidth, you know? I mean, if I suddenly discovered 30 people tomorrow who could do a small little game for some other platform, why not? But right now, we're pretty heads and hands down on Gears.
So to wrap things up, you're ready for the September 20 launch?
I am very ready for the September 20th launch, and I'm actually going to be going on vacation after this, so I can have a little bit of a rest before I have to do round 2 of all the press for the game launching.
All right, good luck with that. Good luck with the launch as well.
Thank you.